My dad's like, it's about the experience, 2 years, that used to be the standard. 2 years you have to give. 2 years you have to. Arey, why the hell do you have to give 2 years? It's shit, it's crap, like it sucks. So I actually registered this domain called workfromhome.xxx. That was an extension on it's still there. And then like one of my colleagues, she like, dude, people think it's like a porn site, just like work from home, making porn. I'm like, good point. So then we called it Quickie. Do you want a Quickie? And that worked pretty well. And then in the office, everyone was like, do you want a Quickie? Do you want a Quickie? So it caught on.
Quickie चाहिए
हाँ चलो Quickie ले लो and pay there and then for the same Fiverr model, quick job, and that's why I love Fiverr. A letter came home for me and it had a US ka stamp and my name printed out. Opened it and it was like a proper check. I didn't encash it. It was $4 US, and I was like, dude, I am rich. Forget school. I'm going to do this all day. Then my father was like, dude, chup-chap, go to school. You will have a lot of time for making money online. Take action, implement, tweak, better it, all that stuff. It's a business, yeah. Like no matter what business you are in, there's no such thing as a easy business. You have to put in the effort, time, hard work, disappointment, failure. सब
कुछ मिलाना है. Namaste everyone, welcome back to another fresh episode of 3XP podcast in this new studio, this new year 2024. Though this episode was shot in 2023, but our intros are always fresh. So this is Kunal Raj, CEO founder of KRF Media, and on this episode we had Gaurav Gurbaxani, the mastermind behind digital market, behind AI expert, decluttering the concepts of digital marketing. On this episode, we talked a lot about freelancing, about AI, about cutting the BS and coming to the point. If you're new to this podcast, our podcast is all about conversations which acts as an antidote to your creative blocks. So if you're a freelancer, if you're a business enthusiast, then this channel, this podcast is just for you. This episode was quite a long one, so we had to divide it into 2 parts, and you are listening to the first one. Enjoy. So hey guys, Gigi is here, the AI expert. He likes to be addressed Lazy G.
Lazy G.
Yeah, but you will find him like among the top G personalities in his field. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
You know how much energy subconsciously I need to pronounce it. Here also I fumbled like Lazy G.
Lazy G.
Yeah.
Lazy G.
So how are you, man? How
awesome.
Are you?
Super. Glad to meet somebody in Goa. Otherwise always traveling or meeting people in other cities, so happy to be here. And
last time we did the podcast, the short one, I knew we were going to do this one because that energy
amazing
I got from that previous podcast.
Of course, it was a short and sweet one. And at that time itself, I just saw your work, I saw your production, your post-production, the way the videos came out. I'm like, he calls, I am going.
People meet me and they are like, I listen to your podcast, but they forget the name. Like XP, 3X.
KS.
Okay. So let's call it, triple X.
Triple X. I like that.
3XP. So how do we make them people realize ki chalo, this is your brand name and they don't forget the brand name?
I think the shock value, like what you said, triple X.
I just came up now. Like
it should be triple X because it's dynamite. It's
and it should
be and it should be like X-rated, like say whatever you want. No gyan. Like I have realized that people don't need gyan. There's enough gyan on the internet, courses, gurus, internet marketers, business coaches, all that stuff. Like then you need to cut to the chase and just be like, tell me like what's working right now. So to answer your question, I think if you do go with a name like triple X, that shock value, that logo, everyone's got a dirty mind, so they will remember it. And then you can tell them it's 3XP.
Nice. Getting you on the podcast, I got a new name by itself.
I had actually, it's funny that you mentioned because I had the same question for myself a couple of years ago. And we had a company called Work From Home. And I was like, dude, how do I get everyone to remember this name, Work From Home? So I actually registered this domain called workfromhome.xxx. That was an extension it's still there. And then like one of my colleagues, she like, dude, people think it's like a porn site, just like work from home, making porn. I'm like, good point. So then we called it Quickie. Do you want a Quickie? And that worked pretty well. So it kind of evolved from a dirty thought to.
But is it still going or is it banned because of the name?
No, it didn't get
Or you
banned.
have to put some VPN and then access your site for courses.
No, that would be a good idea actually. But we kind of evolved from that. You know, previously we called it Quickie because we wanted to do quick jobs. Typically we saw like an agency, anything you ask them, how long? 1 month. Like, dude, I want a logo is going to take me a month. I want a website is going to take me 2 months. Pagal hai kya? I want something quick. And there was nothing there at that point. So we decided to call our company Quickie. This was in 2012. And then in the office, everyone was like, do you want a Quickie? Do you want a Quickie? So it caught on.
Quickie चाहिए
Quickie चाहिए, हाँ, चलो Quickie ले लो. And pay there and then for the same Fiverr model. Quick job. And that's why I love Fiverr is because it's quick and things don't take long over there.
On Fiverr, if you do it quick, you get extra, incentives as well. And
Tips, bonuses, and why not? Like you'll tip a waiter for good service. Why not tip your service provider also for good service? And the minute now I'm more of a buyer than seller, meaning I'm buying more gigs than selling gigs on Fiverr. And I've made it a point for people who do good work, 100% leave a tip, and a good tip, not the sasta wala. Give a 20%, give a 30%, because the next time, dude, they message me back
really quick, yeah.
They know, chal, this guy is serious, he's left me a good review, he's left a tip. Who's more important? Not like a new customer haggling and negotiating and all that. Go where the money is. So yeah, I think it should be the full form of tips. Do you know the full form of tips?
No.
The full form of tips is, technically it was to ensure personal satisfaction. I'm satisfied, here's a tip.
Heard it first time, I didn't know. So like tips.
That's a tip for you.
So I have seen many of your podcasts. You have been posting content from 9 years back.
Yes.
If I see one retro Bollywood song and if I see your videos, that look and feel, matches. And even like, what is the funda behind having backgrounds? Like, sometimes you are sitting at a beach, sometimes you are sitting at some bridge behind some sunset. It's sort of.
Dude, that is like. Previously, it was my fantasy that, work from anywhere, work from home, work from anywhere. And then, now the trend is like digital nomads. Like I consider myself, even though I'm in India, I consider myself as a digital nomad because I got up and I left my surroundings, my house, kids left their school and just uprooted and went somewhere. And I went to the place where my Zoom backgrounds would reflect, like on the beach in Goa. That's where I want to be. And for me, like work is, of course, it's probably one of my topmost priorities. At the same time, like I want to be able to enjoy every second of my work. I enjoy doing this, I'm here. I enjoy doing a project, I'm there. So I think it's like work-life balance, but not like, okay, I'll work this much time. It's like, dude, I want to just like chill and do...
Chill
and work, and have fun. You'll automatically do your best. Like, I stopped working from an office, I think in 2012 when we started this work from home, this Quickie. We had quite a cool team, like an awesome team, young people, average age must have been like 20, 22. So office was like a blast. Like my own office, so obviously it has to be like, come when you like, go when you like, kaam karke ja. Chill, have a drink, we'd have happy hours, we'd have game nights, anything. But then I realized that like, dude, just work from home, connect with everyone, go for like travel, go for trips, build better bonds. But when I'm working, dude, I don't need someone sitting next to me.
Yeah.
It irritates me and irritate them also. So that space has like always been very important for me. And space and then location. Find a place that you truly love. Because now I have nothing to complain. I can't be like, I wish I was in Portugal, or I wish I was in Dubai, and I've been through that phase. Like for a very long time, I looked at countries like Estonia, I looked at Singapore, I looked at Netherlands, I looked at Canada, I looked at like where can I go? Where can I migrate? Where can I take my kids, live a better life? And then I realized just drive down from Pune to Goa, and we are on rent right now, but I'm living in my dream house. I'm living in my dream house within my reach, and kids have their space. Everyone has their space. Work from home. My wife works from home. So
क्या चाहिए?
और क्या चाहिए यार? Like, there's no complaint.
यार कंसंट्रेशन नहीं हो रहा है. चलो कनाडा में रहता तो आपका प्रोजेक्ट हो जाता. अभी इधर नहीं जम रहा है मेरे को. So I had seen your content and all, like so many podcasts you have been, and it has been like a lot technical, a lot gyan, right?
Yep.
Agree, right?
Of course.
So here we'll break the streak. We'll add more casual sort of. But to start with, you had mentioned like you are building SaaS. यहाँ पे किस SaaS की बात हो रही है?
I am building a very cool AI SaaS company, which is, AI is a buzzword. It's too good. I have no words to explain it. And now I feel that if I don't have ChatGPT open, then I'm not working well enough.
I've been using it to rephrase my email.
Everything. Just today, my wife was working and I saw on ChatGPT. I was like, what are you doing? She like a customer press release. How are you doing it? She said, I go to ChatGPT, I put the customer's name, I put their profile, I tell them what it's about, and I hit enter. So I was like, cool. How much are you charging? So she's like, $10,000. I'm like, boss, $10,000 for a press release. She's like, dude, it takes me like 30 seconds. Customer is very happy. Give me 10,000 rupees for 30 seconds because of ChatGPT. Otherwise, she'd sit and write it, research it, everything. But now it's like copy paste and quick, better. Customers are loving it. Like, wow, you've really got the gist of it. You really captured the essence of it. And she's like, not me, ChatGPT. Now, of course, she does other work.
Yeah, you'll have to do some changes to that.
Some changes, connecting with PR people, getting it published. So a lot of the heavy lifting is done. A lot of the heavy lifting is done with AI. So I was very inspired with AI and decided to create a SaaS platform called AIexpert.com, where it's let AI be the expert. Tu kaam kar. Don't use your brain too much. Please do not. Please use AI Expert. And we're getting creative with it. Essentially, it's for businesses to really solve any kind of content issue they have. It's difficult to create content, that too consistently.
Yeah.
Almost impossible, I would say. Very few people are able to create good content. But today, if you don't have content, your business is not going to survive. Content is king. So whether it's a blog post or email, like you said, or social media post, or doing some press release, you need content. And today, if you can just go and click like 3-4 buttons and get awesome content, even if you're lazy, you'll still be able to do it, because it's just like click, 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 done, paste it. Your business is now one level higher. It's probably going to do better because of that 5 seconds of work that you really put in.
You mentioned make your business future proof.
Absolutely.
I had sent you one podcast registration, right? You had mentioned that AI is not a game changer. I have something like that. Was it a typo, or you mentioned like it is not a game changer?
I think it is the game. Forget the changer. AI is the game.
Not a game changer, you had mentioned.
AI is the game, I would think. Learn how to play it well and be the change.
But not a game changer, you mentioned.
Very much game changer.
So then it was a typo.
I was like, yeah. It sounds like I would say that AI is a game changer. Yeah. I must not have used AI. That's why it was a typo.
It is interesting how ChatGPT is now writing content which is so close to like a human can write.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing that is like blowing my mind away with ChatGPT, and then that's the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
I feel that the premium version for $20 a month is perhaps the best investment anyone can make. Simply because of the way you can customize ChatGPT to talk to you. So now they're like, what do you want me to call you? So either Lazy G or G-Dog. So no matter whatever question I ask, it'll be like, yo G-Dog, what's up? How's it going? How's it hanging? What's new today? What are you thinking of? what's game changer. So it's basically learned my language.
Okay.
And now whatever I ask ChatGPT, it tells me in my language only. It's very difficult to argue with yourself. So ChatGPT is telling me this, I'm like, karna padega. Like I just got to do it because it's a good sales pitch and it's learning. And now like I will consult with my business partner. I will consult with my wife. I will also consult with ChatGPT for anything and everything. Kid is not well, I will ask ChatGPT. Need to buy a mic, I will ask ChatGPT. Want to write an email, that's all basic stuff. My latest business which we are launching is 100% thought of and created by ChatGPT. The ideas, man, is just like blowing me away. So last tip, subscribe ChatGPT to be a better version of you.
It has more tools, right? What?
It's got tools, it's got plugins.
Yeah.
So just yesterday, see, the conversation is going to come back to AI because AI is
No, because I'm not aware of the tools. I saw some interesting tools over there. Like
yesterday, I hope my client is not listening to this, but yesterday, like my client sent me one damn big PDF. I'm lazy G. That means like 20 pages PDF, 30 pages PDF, nahi ho jayega. Like, I'm not going to read it. I'll just like scroll whatever sticks in my brain. I just took it. I uploaded it to ChatGPT-4 with the plugin, the AI reader or something it's called. Dumped it and I said, tell me the summary. Dude, it gave me like a 8 just 8 lines of bullet points. I copy pasted it. I sent it to the customer. No, even I've not been able to understand my business so clearly, but you summarized it, that too, in 8 bullet points.
Yeah, it's the years of experience. And I've been, slogging 8-10 years for this, and then here we are. Yeah, because it is so close to writing that I just want to know whether the writers who are writing for me, whether they're using ChatGPT or...
Dude, yesterday or day before I got a call. It was a pretty interesting call, randomly. Mostly I won't take random calls, but sometimes I'm bored, just chilling, seeing who's calling. Truecaller does an awesome job. This time it said some girl's name, digital content writer. I like pretty, and that comes on Truecaller. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I answered, hey, what's up and all that. She like, I'm a content writer. I do SEO content. I've got some clients. They rank pretty well. I said, cool. What do you charge? She told me. So I said, do you use ChatGPT? And she's like, no. I was like, dude, I don't want your service. Boss, I don't want you to think. I want ChatGPT to think. I want you to make thoda sa corrections or something like that. And I would never hire for a single article. Like my whole thought process is that, see, ChatGPT works for me. It gives me answers that I want. If I ask it questions, it'll give you an answer that you also want. Now you come to my website or you're reading my blog. Why does it matter whether Gaurav has written it or Stan has written it or Ravi's written it? It doesn't matter, right? I'm giving you value. Who's written it? How does it matter? You read the article, you got the value. And I see that's kind of like the future. Today Google's saying, okay, we'll penalize, it can't be AI and all that. I don't need Google. I'll run paid ads to my website with great content generated by ChatGPT and collect money. So there's a bit of a arbitrage going on right now. And the thing is, you shouldn't only do that. You shouldn't just be like a copy paste master. Thoda sa brains lagao, prompt it, ask it good questions, refine it, tweak it. Don't do the full thing yourself, but at least that 20% of pure creativity, pure genius, apply to that, make it sound good.
You don't just put and then get the input and just paste it somewhere and like, ho gaya boss.
That's what messes up the game. Like just putting zero effort in. Use it as a tool. It's a tool at the end of the day. So
usko labor mat bana ke
yes, done. You're fired.
I see a lot of YouTube videos where it was trending like with just ChatGPT, don't do without zero investment, just 5 ways to make money, and that
there are ways. You need to stick to it. You need to be able to scale it. But creating like digital products today with ChatGPT is a thing. Creating images, digital art using free tools is a thing. So if someone tells me learn how to make money with AI with no investment, dude, I can believe it. I definitely can 100% believe it. And it's a game changer. Like imagine no investment, nothing. previously, even 10 years ago, chalo, you needed to buy a domain name, you needed to buy hosting, set up your website, do SEO, write content, put videos. There's a cost to it. But today with AI, you can use ChatGPT, create a really good product, upload it to Gumroad, keep the profit. Upload it to Fiverr, keep the profit. So it's I don't know who exactly you're talking about. It was trending, but it's trending for a reason because it does work. Will everyone make money with AI? No. First of all, people don't understand only what they're supposed to do. How will they make money?
Yeah. People just for that excitement, they'll watch.
They'll watch it, but take action, implement, tweak, better it, all that stuff. It's a business, yeah. Like no matter what business you are in, there's no such thing as a easy business. You have to put in the effort, time, hard work, disappointment, failure, sab kuch.
Yeah, sab kuch will aana hai.
Yes.
Talking about money, like you mentioned, you made your first money at 14, right? What did you make it from? Like,
yeah, I'm very happy that has become my claim to fame because the day I received my check, like I knew that this was too good.
what did you do? But
I did a lot of things. I went online. My dad had a computer business, very fortunately. So he would bring computers home. Sometimes there was a very good computer. Sometimes it was sold. Sometimes there was a new computer. Anything like was happening. But I had early access, pretty early access. I would think one of the first few kids in India to have internet access, 28 kbps modem, making the noise. I don't know whether you know the noise. You don't know the noise, right? You should check it out. But you should put it in between this podcast. People who are 35 years older and above will relate to the dial-up noise to the internet. And what do boys search for on the internet? Porn, make money online. I did both. Make money online, fill up surveys. That time it was a very big thing. Fill up surveys and make money. Then there was one affiliate offer, hosting. And I sent it to, like, one of my friends also was into this. He bought it. I made a commission. We forgot about it. And maybe 1 month or 2 months, or might have been in 3 months, a letter came home for me. And it had a US ka stamp. And my name printed out. I think my mom or dad gave it to me. And they're like, this letter's come for you. Opened it. And it was like a proper check. I'll send you a picture of it. I didn't encash it. It was $4, $4 US. And I was like, dude, I am rich. Forget school. I'm going to do this all day. Now I know what I need to do. I'll do this 100 times. I'll do this 1,000 times. I'll do this 10,000 times. I know what I need to do to make some cash. And then my father was like, dude, chap, go to school. You will have a lot of time for making money online.
$4 banayega, 4 se 40 karega.
Yeah, in retrospect, I would have wished that my dad said, dude, forget school. You've understood this. Keep on doing it. Learn from the internet. That would be
You had mentioned that you wasted your time in formal education and then...
Formal education, but today I was having a second thought. So sometimes I'm like, it's a complete waste of time. And sometimes I'm like, you never know, something, experience. You're looking for the good, and some of my best friends are from my formal education. So nothing's wasted. And now I'm thinking of doing something more expansive, more with the lines of hospitality and business. Getting people from different parts of the world to come and experience Indian execution, not culture, Indian execution. Because I think like Indians are probably the smartest, if not smartest, hardest working community, one of the hardest working community in the world. And I think like we are super gifted with tech stuff, with web stuff, internet stuff. And I want to kind of make it like a hospitality, tourism, outsourcing, execution kind of experience. So I want to blend, all the years of my tech stuff, which I love, whatever hotel management stuff that I've learned how to work with people, how to treat people. So you never know whether formal education was a waste or not. I think education is awesome. Like I will still do a course. On the way here, I was listening to a podcast, and I think like you have to keep on self-educating, but that doesn't mean like go and learn stuff that doesn't matter. Involving myself a little bit with my daughter's education. She's 8 and she's learning tables. Typical way in school, 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16, 20. Now I know all of them again. I had a refresher. Dude, it's a waste of time. it just makes no sense. Learn maths, yes, but you have to rut out 8 times 4, 32. Wow. Great.
But then when you have to say 12 times 7, then you search for a calculator, right?
Exactly.
Bigger numbers
Bigger
in life,
numbers.
you deal with bigger numbers,
Yes.
right?
What is 12 and 7? And tell me what is 36,000 plus this and divide 18% GST, reduce my cost and tell me my
But
profit.
still you'll verify it with calculator because I cannot take risk. You will be like,
Absolutely. So I teach her, I've already taught her ChatGPT. I taught her like, there's a really cool way actually to learn the 8 time table. I went to YouTube, looked at one YouTube short and it said 8 times table trick. Next one is 8 times table hack. So she was sitting on the table, I'm listening to her getting fried. She's sitting with my wife Meda and she's calculating 8, 9, 7, this thing, that thing. You can see also she's not interested, but chalo, it's her homework. And I called her, like, Sammy, come here. So she's like, what? I'm doing my homework. I'm like, what homework you're doing? She's like, today I have to do 8 time tables. I'm like, you know what? She's like, no. I'm like, come here, I'll show you how to do 8 times table in 2 minutes. She's like, what? I'm like, come here, I'll show you how to do 8 times table in 2 minutes. You'll never get it wrong. So she came pretty like excited and I'd watched the video. So I took a pen, pad and it's damn simple. You know, like you just write it in a certain way. You should watch that video. It's awesome. I never knew it existed. And without even calculating, the numbers just appear. You just follow this sequence. I like, 2, 4, 6, 8. I was like, write it down. 6, 8, 2, 4, whatever the thing is, write it down. And she did it. I was like, okay, I tore the sheet off. I was like, write it. She's like, that's what I have to do. She wrote it following the same template.
so alright, we have the table.
You have the table now. Like when you go to class or something, because I was like, you have to write it or say it. She's like, I have to write it. I was like, do the first thing you do, go and write this down on your paper. You can always make it a rough column or something like that. Any question you see 8, go and solve it fast. She's like, Daddy, is that cheating? I was like, dude, I don't know cheating. This is the way I did it. Now you know 8 times table. At least you'll be able to verify it. You go ratto whatever you want. But you've understood now, okay, these are odds, these are evens. So I think like that's also education in a way. And it's not traditional, but I don't think it makes sense to like ratto tables as well either. You need the answer, here's the answer. This is how you get the answer.
The same way it is like 9 table, na? 1, 2, 3, 4 you write and then opposite number you write, you get the
Same
table.
with 11, right? If I ask you 11 times 7, you'll know. 11 times 8, you'll know. 11 times 6, you'll know. Because it's easy, you know the pattern. 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. Dude, once you know the pattern, you don't need to like just like memorize it, which is not going to serve you. Learn how to think, look for shortcuts, look for patterns, and then exploit those.
Cool. So coming from the table, coming back to your life, there's an interesting story. I was listening to one of a podcast where you say that your dad left his job and joined your...
Yes, that did happen.
Let's explore. Let's tell our listeners of what it is. But it's quite inspiring.
Yeah, it's actually like one of my favorite stories. And I think it does highlight a lot of resilience as well and forcing people to rechange their mind, instinctively as parents. And now I kind of understand that a little bit, is you're going to look out for the safest option for your kid. You don't want your kid to fail. At the same time, you're not looking out for the best option, like, dude, this is what's going to suit them. And my dad invested in my education, which you know how highly I talk about it, waste of time and all that. But he was a guy who paid for this, put me in a really good college, in a really good school, supposed to be top rated, whatever. And immediately after that, I got a good job, so-called good job. I don't call it a good job now, like looking back at the salary, and it was mad. First of all, I had to wake up at 5 a.m., which, okay, whatever.
For traveling.
5 a.m. I had to take a bus to Churchgate station. From Churchgate station, I had to take a train to Andheri East. This is all in Bombay. From Andheri East, I had to take an auto. And I had to reach work by 7 a.m. Okay, whatever.
Quite a journey. Right?
Quite a journey. On the way. Salary, 5,000 rupees. I'm like, dude, if I was not living at my grandmother's house, where would I stay? Of course, my grandmother's not going to charge me rent. But where would I stay? How much could I even possibly spend on rent? What about travel? What will I eat? What will I drink? What will I party? Pagal hai kya? What will I do with 5,000 rupees? But okay, chalo, you're new from education, you're naive. My dad's like, it's about the experience, 2 years, that used to be the standard. 2 years you have to give. 2 years you have to. Arey, why the hell do you have to give 2 years? It's shit, it's crap, like it sucks. And I actually love to work. I love to work. I love to use my brains, talent, network, meet clients. So I wasn't scared of doing the hard work. I was just like fried because you reach that 7, wear a uniform, wear a tie, suit, boot, charm, everything. Keep on smiling and like, where's the satisfaction of that? So I was like, boss, this is not for me. Called up my dad. I'm quitting. He's like, you can quit. No problem. I've paid for your education. Now you're deciding that you want to do something by yourself. By all means, I am not going to be sending you any cash. Whatever pocket money you got in college, that's also done. You figure your scene, you figure your vibe, which honestly I think is the best thing that he could have said. Because then it's like, I'm not helping you. You sort your own financial scene out. You want to do it. You want to start a business. Don't come crying saying that, oh, this thing, that thing. And very cut to cut. Yeah. Which I think is required. Which I really think is required. Then first I told him I'm quitting. Then I didn't tell him I'm starting a business. I told him I'm joining an IT company. Like, what IT and all. But he knew, I used to do something. He's like, okay, whatever. I did pretty damn well in that job. It was an awesome company. Like, one of the best things that happened to me in my life. Company called Direct Eye in Bombay. Now a $1 billion company. Very small when I joined. So I got to see like how a company is built. What is the work culture in an IT field where people wear shorts, they chill, they'll take a break, come out. Office would start at 2 p.m. End whatever time you like. Sometimes I'd sleep in the office. I loved it. I loved every single second of it. Next call goes to my dad. I'm quitting. By then I'd completed 2 years. I'm quitting. He's like, dude, why? You're doing so well. They're sending you abroad. You like the people. You respect your boss. Company is growing. Good salary.
You're working in shorts.
You're working in shorts. Like, what are you complaining about?
You find like that companies like now, like that environment?
I would think so. I would definitely think
so. Or only when it is like starting you find it like that and then you...
I would think like internationally, like now it's like, dude, just be comfortable. I respect you for your knowledge. I don't care whether you look like a fool or not. See, if it's client facing and all, maybe not. But back-end tech, like I was actually thinking of wearing shorts and coming. But I knew you'd have camera and all that. So today,
today we don't have green screen so that we can crop here and then...
Yeah. No, I think it still exists. And now with digital nomads, when I do a conference, I highly recommend people to come and wear shorts. Be comfortable, bro. In your environment, and then you do the work. But coming back to this, so I was very happy that I called him up that I'm quitting. He's like, why? Like, why do you sabotage yourself? Opportunity mila. Do you not like your boss? This thing, trying to probe, like, what are the... I think I'm starting my own business. He's like, same advice. Good luck. I said, cool, but I'm quitting from Bombay and I'm going to come and stay at home because I don't want to pay any rent. Can I stay at home? Will you give me food? He's like, Arey, aja. And when I had a lot of ideas, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, because I'd learned quite a bit in my company. And I was like, you have any friends who need websites and all that? He's like, yeah, actually, like one of my friend was just talking about a website in my Rotary. If you want, I'll call him. You go and meet him. I said, cool, went, met him, came back with a 40,000 rupee ka check. My dad was like, Arey, sahi hai yaar. Like, you've actually got paid on day one. Like, that's awesome. Deliver that guy's work. That guy told my dad, Arey, son is damn good. Sab kuch kiya. My website's ready. Can he do SEO? Can he do PPC? And my answer was like, yeah, of course. I've been doing this all my life. And go and learn how to do it. Always learn on the internet. Then he introduced me to another friend. Got another check. Another friend got another check. And he's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what are you selling to people that like you're coming and you're showing me a check?
That must be thinking that time some illegal stuff is going on. Like, 40,000
One day I got a check of 1 lakh with some international client. And then he's like, acha, theek hai. He knows thoda something. And he was giving me all his contacts. And then he was like, I've also been thinking that like, I'll quit my job and we can do this together. I've got like a lot more contacts and the tech stuff, but if you go like alone, first of all, you won't get so many meetings, and second of all, like he has got good experience. He's worked for 30 years. So we went as a power team. First person who we hired, we had taken a project and I had no idea how to deliver it. By then I was getting a lot of sales meetings and all that. You know how entrepreneurship is, right? So I said, dude, I'm hiring someone. I think we must have put an ad in the newspaper or something. No one came. One guy came. And I'm in touch with him. Awesome guy. He came, but he was deaf and dumb. And I was like, you want the job? He's like, yeah. And you could understand like very distorted speech and all that, but you could understand. And I was like, you can type out? He's like, yeah. I had 2 computers. So I'd ask him a question, typing. He would look at it, talk, type. I was like, boss, we can communicate. When do you start work? So he joined, then he was good. And then we got more and more projects. Someone said, I want design and all that. So we hired a designer and we had given her like, I'd seen online how to recruit and all that. They said, tell them to fill a form. So I asked her, like I gave her the form, 2-3 minutes she wrote and she gave it back. And everything else is like blank. I was like, kuch to likh yaar, interview hai. And then I asked her, like, why didn't you write these answers? She like, man nahi kar raha. You are hired. Because her work was really, really good. She was a very good designer and all that. And then later on, like, we became friends and I asked her, like, dude, you're mad or what? How can you go for an interview? The interview is asking you, like, why didn't you write? You like, I don't feel like writing it. She's like, now I can tell you because I've learned how to speak English. I didn't know how to speak English. I didn't know how to read English when I came for the job interview. So I'm like, okay, makes sense. And then we grew it like in 2 years to about 35 people, cracked a good amount of international business as well. And then my dad was like, chalo, I'm done. Like, you take this fully forward, because we had different ideas and, you know, I want to keep on doing new stuff and testing stuff and all that. And very fortunately at that point I found a new business partner who invested in my business. So he bought out my dad's share. Dad was able to retire and now my business partner, we've been partners for like 13 years, doing a lot of different stuff, a lot of fun stuff. So from being told not to quit hotel management to starting a business together, it was a good, amazing journey.
How you managed like 35 people were like on project basis or like full-time?
Full-time. And what was really cool was, like I said, it was a very casual environment. And people would want to tell their friend, you know, like anyone who wanted to work and all, they would tell their friend, or their friend would see their salary coming and all that. And shorts, whatever culture I had got from my previous company. It was like that only. It was like coming to a college, but you sit, you do work, you get paid and go. And we had got some good international businesses also. We were able to pay pretty well. So we were a hot recruiter at some point in Pune. And we started with one small office, another office. We must have moved like 3-4 offices. So that was fun.
How did you get the funding and all? Like,
I would say 100% self-funded. Go take the 40,000 rupee ka check, go buy one computer. 20,000 rupees spend. Get another 40,000 rupees, chal pay 2% salary.
Monthly
ka nikal. Do another 40,000 rupees. Chalo, let's put as a down payment for the rent. Do another 40,000, 50,000. And you're so motivated, like, you're like on fire. You know, you're on fire. So we were able to self-fund, I think pretty much from day one. And I think anyone can self-fund. You know, you're providing services, especially. You don't need that capex. You don't need that office. You can work from your bedroom and provide value. So I'm still a strong believer in just like do it yourself, maybe with partners. But all this VC funding and all that, like any SaaS business can go and approach I am not interested. Like interest ही नहीं है मेरे को गोवा में रह के chill करके काम करना है, because I see that is like way more sustainable. I can do this like my whole life very happily.
So top 3 learnings in digital marketing, what you have learned in 2023?
Top 3 things in digital marketing before we close the year. One is that you can use AI for your marketing, which pretty much did not exist last year. So it changes everything. You know, this like literally changes everything. At the same time, it changes nothing, meaning marketing is the same. The formula is the same. So use AI to get a ton of content done. Number 2, I would say, is that this is advice I'd give myself. Video is king. Make more videos, be more visible. YouTube, Instagram. I think these are the 2 channels that are here to stay. And number 3, I would say, is execution is king. All the gyan is bakwas if you don't do anything
Yes,
and
true.
sit on your ass. So 3 things. One is use AI, which makes your job a lot easier. The second one is make videos, because that's what's really converting. I don't see that going away anytime soon. And the third is whatever marketing you're doing, put out your message, whether it's on a forum, whether it's on email, whether it's on Google. We get a lot of traffic from Google, so that's like consistent traffic for us. So have these 1 or 2 short channels. Even a platform like Fiverr, it's a traffic channel only, it's nothing else. Build your reputation there. Reputation is going to make you or break you.